Hey, Family Promise family, how you doing? Joe Ader here. So, just wanted to come on to live today and talk about a few things. With you guys. One of those things or the questions I get asked is, what is prevention? How do you prevent families from becoming homeless? And this is an area that is near and dear to my heart because preventing homelessness is as important, if not more important, than sheltering the homeless, in my opinion. And there's many reasons why you would want to prevent homelessness, particularly among kids. And so that's what I want to come and talk to you about. Hey, Val, how you doing? Thanks for joining us. Glad that you're here. So one of the things that we do here at Family Promise is we do prevention work. So we don't just run shelters, although we are known for our shelter models. We have been known for sheltering families in local churches at night. We've been known for sheltering homeless families in our emergency shelter. And we do a lot with sheltering, but that's not all we do. And so one of the areas that we work on is preventing families from becoming homeless in the first place. And so we started that program about 5 years ago now. We were one of the first agencies to really even focus on prevention. And when we started doing it, we started providing rental assistance. And we partnered with an organization called Help Us Move In out of Olympia. And they provided us some seed funding to get started. We also partnered with Viking Home Builders to get the program started. And when we first started it, we thought, you know what? It's going to take thousands and thousands of dollars to keep a family housed. But you know what it actually ended up costing? It actually ended up costing only $340 on average to keep families housed. Because what we discovered was most families, they were just hitting a bump in the road. They hit a little bit, they didn't get hours that month at work, or they had a sickness, or they had a car accident or a sick child. And for some reason, they just didn't have enough to get by. And so they were facing eviction for like hundreds of dollars. And when we saw the cost of what it was to shelter that same family, which ends up being thousands of dollars. Hey, Brittany, welcome. We decided, you know what, let's do more prevention and start increasing that. Well, now we're here. We're in March of 2021 after the pandemic that we've had. And we are seeing a couple different things that are really concerning to us as we are hopefully finishing this pandemic. And let me just talk about a few of those things. One of those is that we are seeing more families with babies. So we're seeing more newborns. We actually have we've had 3 newborns born in the past 2 months inside of our shelter. And you may not think of babies being homeless, but that's actually our largest single age demographic that we serve at Family Promise. Since January of 2018, we've had 106 newborns in our shelter. Sorry, if you heard that, that's my dogs running around. So we've had 106 newborns in our shelter since January of 2018. And we're seeing even more pregnant moms, more newborns right now. Let's just say people took advantage of the quarantine last year. And so we're seeing a lot more pregnancies coming through with our families. But on top of that, we are coming up to this eviction moratorium expiring. Right now it's set for March 31st to expire, which means those folks that are late on their rent payment, which is 1 in 5 in Spokane County, 1 in 5 renters has some type of late rent payment right now. We could be seeing them being evicted coming April, May, June of this year. And so what we're trying to do is get ahead of it with this March Madness campaign. And so maybe you've seen some of that. If you haven't seen it, go to familypromisespokane.org and click on the Match Madness link. It's a great program where we're raising funds to prevent families from becoming homeless. But I was asked, why? Why is this important? Why to prevent families from becoming homeless? What does it really mean? And it means a ton. Okay, it means a ton. Not only is it less expensive for our community to keep families housed, but it provides more stability for those families. And also, what we are seeing though is we see major detriments to children who actually do experience homelessness. So on average, children that experience homelessness are 3 times more likely to drop out of school or fail a grade. They are 5 times more likely to be convicted of a violent crime as an adult. They are 7 times more likely to attempt suicide than the general public. And so we just don't want to see that. We don't want to see that for our kids. We don't want to see that for anybody in our community. So if we can prevent families from becoming homeless, we want to do that rather than just providing shelter. Actually, if we can end homelessness before families ever enter the shelter, that's the goal. That's the win for us. And so that's what we're doing right now is we're raising money for prevention. And we are also focusing on how can we serve these families, particularly families with newborns. And so you may not know it, but we're actually working on a project to open up a new shelter that's just for families with infants. So if we can't prevent them from becoming homeless, we want to at least provide a specialized place for families with newborns. And so that should be coming online in about a month and a half. We'll see. We're still figuring out, finalizing locations and all of that stuff. So hopefully before this summer, though, we will have that location. So, hey, Deborah, welcome. So we are focused on preventing families from becoming homeless right now. That's our push. That's our focus this month. And we want you to join us. So if you haven't seen any of the Match Madness stuff that we put out this week, start looking at that. Check it out. Go to our Facebook page, scroll down. You will see a video about Match Madness, probably a couple of them. Watch that, see what it's all about. We have some great sponsors, Vista, Windermere, Greenstone, that are all matching donations that the community provide for rental assistance this month. And so come join us, be part of Match Madness, but help us prevent kids and their parents from experiencing homelessness in the first place. Love to have you guys join us. For all of those of you that are watching, thank you so much for watching our live today. We'll be doing more of these throughout the month, and we'll get them regularly scheduled so you know when they're coming, so you can know when you to jump on. Hey, Zach, thanks for joining us. So thank you all so much, and we'll see you soon. Jennifer, thanks for joining us. We're signing off right now. Have a good one.